Hey everyone, my name is Duke Cooney and I'm running for County Supervisor here in South Sacramento. And today is Topic Tuesday. Every Tuesday we talk about a different issue facing the district. And today I wanted to do a recap of what happened at the board meeting today and also talk about criminal justice reform as a whole and what that needs to look like at the county level. So to put things into context, I wanted to start here, which is back in 2020, when a federal court approved a consent decree. And essentially this decree was in response to a lawsuit filed by inmates against the Sheriff's Department and Sacramento County. And they pointed to some of the horrible disparities in terms of access to mental health care, access to physical health care, suicide prevention, and also highlighting some of the archaic solitary confinement policies that existed at the time and unfortunately continue to exist today. And the court stepped in and said you need to lower your jail population and you need to improve and ensure that folks are able to access physical health care, mental health care, basic human rights. As part of the consent decree, the county is subject to monitoring reports. Well, in that first report, they found that none of the mental health care provisions have been implemented, none of the suicide prevention, and only 5% of the medical provisions have been adhered to in that first year. What we did see is a proposal for a new mental health jail. And this was something that all of the supervisors seemed to be on board for until community called in and said, "What are you doing? Fund community resources, fund violence prevention. We don't want another jail facility." That's not what the court was saying. They said lower the jail population, not increase capacity. The second thing they did was create a new agency, the Public Safety and Justice Agency, which consolidates the coroner's office, public defender, and the probation office. Now, this new agency is also supposed to meet the goals of the consent decree, lowering the jail population and improving those conditions. Which brings us to today's hearing, where the Board of Supervisors unanimously approved Eric Jones as our new agency head. He is now tasked with upholding all of the different provisions contained within the consent decree, in addition to overseeing probation, the coroner's office, and the public defender's office. The question that kept being revisited was whether it's appropriate for a former law enforcement official to be heading this new department. This new department is a symbol of change, reform, combating mass incarceration, improving jail population. And can someone who's contributed to the problem be the solution? I personally would have loved to see a public defender head this department, or someone who's reform-minded, someone outside of the system that got us into this mess.